Yo, 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 yo. Rebel Advocates, what's going on? Hey, hey. Merry New Year. Merry New Year. What's going on, people? Did you have a nice one? Are you still drunk? Are you still recovering? Maybe so, maybe so. Anyway, we're back for 2024. Hope you're all lively. Who's up there? Anyone there?
Yo, what's happening, man?
Oh, that's Artie, yeah?
Yeah, Merry New Year, guys. Merry New Year. How's it going?
Well, they didn't respond, but I suppose they're alright. Do you know what I mean? I suppose
Yeah,
they're alright.
I hope so, man. I hope so. But yeah, man, how was your New Year?
Who, me?
Yeah, how was yours?
You know, I was down Trafalgar Square, pissing
Like
it
the old
up.
days.
Do you know what I mean? Pissing it up. Went down there, couple of bars down there, spent about a couple of grand.
Boy,
And then I
easy,
woke up. So yeah, I
isn't
stayed
it?
at home. I was sleeping.
Yeah, you're better off, mate. I think those days are long gone, innit? Yeah. But no, same here. Quiet one myself. I haven't been that well, actually. A bit of a cold, but fighting through it. Back to work tomorrow after nearly 3 weeks off. So yeah.
Well, look, aren't you the lucky one? 3 weeks off of work. Fucking hell. Did they pay you for that?
Yeah, I like to think so. Better check that payslip next month.
And you got paid as well. Fucking hell.
No, this is the life, eh?
Who's that laughing in the background? Is that you, Johnny?
Yeah, well gone, man. Yeah, there, man.
Did
I forgot it was 2024 to be just
24? Look, it's only... Yeah, it's a madness anyway when you think about the time. Only a couple of weeks. Everyone was talking about buying this, buying that. Now it's about selling them things all half price. Them same things you're spending big money on. Now you're getting it half price. Strange, isn't it? Strange behaviour.
It is strange, but that's the process, isn't it? Just spend and then a week later it's all half price. Madness.
How was your one, Johnny?
just spin it in, man. Yeah. I woke up just before midnight anyway. Heard all the
Them
fireworks. I just spent it in.
Them runs there.
Can't really make a big deal out of these things. Just obviously, I'm happy to see a new year.
Totally. I mean, look, does it feel any different? Really? Feels the same, right? It feels exactly the same. Not to be old Scrooge and miserable grumpy, but it feels the same, doesn't it? It doesn't feel that different. The only difference is when you look at the date in your diary or the calendar. That's the only difference, right? On the corner of your computer.
Yeah, exactly. And I think when they talk about all these New Year sort of resolutions and stuff, that's just stuff that we should be doing in the first place. You know what I mean? And people just say, "Oh, I'm going to jump on it January the 1st" and stuff like that. But it's just another day, like you said. Not being Scrooge, you see in a new year and whatnot. But yeah, that's about it, really. And it just feels the same.
So, seeing as you brought that up, then what's the resolutions, old boys? What's the resolutions?
Just to be more proactive health-wise. For me personally, get much more healthier, more active in terms of my health and fitness, and just proactive in more areas. I think we can push ourselves to do better. You know what I mean? So that's for me personally, just to be more proactive and more on the health train. You know what I mean? And try and crack on that way. And hopefully get a holiday in with the kids and the family in this year as well. That would be cool.
Where's that train? Is it the Northern Line, Victoria Line? Where's that train?
No, it's a train I've got to catch. Well, I'm a Jubilee Line man myself, so. But yeah, that's my thing really. I mean, that like I said, it's not a New Year's resolution. You know what I mean? I think that's a load of old tosh, mate. I think you should aim to do it anyway. But if that's the case, by the clock going from the 31st to the 1st, if that's what sort of motivates people, then so be it. But yeah, that's mine, just to to get the health sorted out, and just to be more proactive in certain areas of life. Maybe try to push myself. Maybe look for another job somewhere. Maybe, I don't know.
Johnny?
Health wise, trying to get in the gym more. Probably try to eat less meat. And that's, can't really think of a lot, really. But
what did you say? Eat less meat.
Yeah,
meat.
that's what he said, that's a good shout.
Right.
Definitely a good shout.
Get back on the gym thing again. Because, been slacking a little bit over the holidays. Open all the time like I'm supposed to. Yeah, it's not that it's like what Artie said earlier, though, isn't it? I don't really wait for the new year to get me. Just do them things as you feel you should. When next year I'm gonna do this, do that. Do it while you can. Do it from now. Why wait?
I know, it's that classic thing, innit? You get like sort of January the 1st or 2nd, all the gym memberships must be flying up, innit? And then probably maybe a couple of weeks or a month later, all back again. But,
wishful thinking again, innit? About New Year's resolution, bro. Stop, do it from now.
Of course.
Big up Beckaloo. Happy New Year, Beckaloo. What are you saying? I want to ask, this is from Beckaloo, said the message. What does it say? I want to ask the person who hopefully got a dictionary for Christmas that came in my inbox the other week to jump in a chat. It just seemed to have disappeared after your essay and wish us a happy New Year. What was that? What's all that about, Beckaloo? I don't. Who was jumping in there the inbox and sent you some message? What message did they say? What was it all about?
Yeah, strange one. I know that.
So anyway, what we are going on today with? Are we going to go into autism? Yeah.
Yeah, we'll have a chat about autism. A bit about autism and ADHD.
Right, you got the autism.
Yeah, kind of a bit on like autism / ADHD. Kind of looking at the rise of these sort of conditions that's happened over the last 20 or 30 years. How it was when I was young, sort of growing up. I don't remember there being too many. I mean, you wouldn't have, there was cases, you know what I mean? But it's like you didn't really see it around that much, or kind of these sort of conditions, the ADHD as well.
Wasn't diagnosed probably then, yeah?
No, exactly. I think also now with sort of the stigma with mental health now, a sort of touchwood changed and progressed over time, you know what I mean?
Well, that's okay. Well, so we've got autism. I'm going to... We just wanted to know, what are you jumping in, Johnny?
Go on.
What are you jumping in with today? You got something? You have him?
I haven't even got anything, you know.
All right, you're talking about the sports. I'm going to talk about the what is it? Reasons for breaking up relationships. Reasons for breaking up. So yeah. Shall we fuck it, I'm gonna start. What does that say? They know, okay. They know. Boy, that sounds like some strange behaviour going on there, innit? With Becky. I don't know nothing about that, but they know who they are. You know who you are out there listening. Hiding in the shadows, snaking around in the shadows, you know what I mean? Becky's on the waiting list for ADHD, autism spectrum as well.
Okay.
So yeah. All right, let's make some jokes first, yeah? So we'll start with the relationship stuff. Let's make some jokes. What was it? So we got I was looking up, why do people break up? Do you know what I mean? We
Mm.
all know why they break up, but what was the most reasons why? And I thought, let's have 20 reasons why. And I'm gonna go through them individually. I'm just gonna list them off and then go break it down. Yeah. So what? 20. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. We're not gonna. It's not in order. It's not in order. So, all right. Number one, lack of communication. 2, trust issues. 3, infidelity. Mismatched values. Unresolved conflicts. Growing apart. Financial stress. Lack of emotional intimacy. We done something about that, didn't we, the other week, guys?
Mm-hmm.
Different life goals. Incompatibility. Lack of support. Jealousy. Lack of compromise. That's a good one. Substance abuse. Mental health issues. Family interference. That's a good one. We're going to deepen that one. Unmet expectations. That's a good one as well. Inability to resolve differences. That's an excellent one, no? Cultural, religious differences. Loss of attraction. Key one there. All right. So, lack of communication. When
100%.
When couples struggle to express their thoughts, feelings, and needs, it creates misunderstanding and emotional distance. Yeah, you guys got some first-hand experience of that, you think?
Yeah, I think so, man. I think so. When you're in any, especially long-term relationship, I think that's a key. I'd put it up there. I mean, like you said, you put in whatever 20 there, but that's got to be up there in terms of the primary ones to say, like, if you're not communicating or you slowly break down, then obviously there's a knock-on effect with that. You know what I mean? Because then you're almost just like you're passing each other, So yeah, that's massive in any relationship. I've had that as well. And sometimes when you get there, when it's happening, you're not even looking at it. You don't even see. You know what I mean? You don't notice it.
Totally. How do you get that?
Time
then?
by time.
How do you? No, totally. You're right. How do you get that though? Like, because when you get, I'm not asking you. Go on, Johnny. You answer that. How do you get that? Because that's a hard thing to get, and it's usually something that comes through time. But can we force the issue and get that? What do you say, Johnny?
Can you force that?
And get that communication going. Try and get this forced to show that it's important. It's really important that we have to communicate. You understand? It's really important. So you gotta communicate. If you say you link up with somebody, and then you can see there's something lacking there. Instead of just trying to just let it slide, you just address it. No, right? What would you say, old chap?
Yeah, because obviously if you don't try to address it, obviously then there's that, like what you mentioned, one of them, there's the miscommunication thing in it. So you have to try, but sometimes if you force it too much, you can end up going left. It's hard still, because I've been in that situation before where I've tried to address something and it's got taken the wrong way. So it's but I could have just left it, and it could have just, feet floated around and just stayed there. But because I addressed the other person looking the wrong way, and it went left, and yeah. Obviously, you can, but obviously now forcing it, I don't know, man, because there's. I don't know, man, because sometimes you would like to be on the same wavelength as somebody. So
go on. No, go
so
on. Go on.
If I feel I'm forcing it with someone, to communicate with someone, maybe I'm feeling like it's not really there because I expect you to be on the same, like, get me, the same type of thinking as me, innit?
Totally, I hear you. What do you think about that? What can you force it?
You can force it, and I kind of agree with you a wee bit in what you're saying in terms of if you see a situation sliding, then you owe it to yourself to try and address that. And if you do still try and address that and it's still deteriorating, then you have to have a look at each other. You know what I mean? And you can keep trying, maybe for how long. But yeah, I think you try and force it. Yeah, but then like a little bit like what John's saying, if you're forcing it too much and you're still not getting that communication, then you know what I mean. You kind of, I wouldn't say wasting your time, because if you're in a sort of any relationship and you value that, then you should pull out all the stops to keep it going for as long as possible. You know. So yeah, force it if that's what it needs to take. But then if you force it and still nothing's there, then maybe you have to look at yourself and your partner and have a deep chat and think maybe it's time to go, in it. I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
What about in the early stage? Because like in the early stage, there's nothing. You got nothing there, so it's like all you got is potential. You got potential, okay? You like the person potentially and all that stuff. Will you still force it there? What do you think about that, Johnny? Will you still force it then?
Maybe not so much in the early stages. Maybe you're kind of just getting to feel each other and know each other and getting to get me. So you're not gonna force it. But as you start to grow, and I start to see that they're not on the same wave path as me, then I'll try to force it and be like, yo, like, what's going on? You like, we're supposed to be on this path. Like, what you doing? Like, but yeah, but at the start I wouldn't as much. I'll just let things flow at first, but after a while, it kind of pee me off, and I'll be like, yo, man, like, what's really going on here, innit? Right?
No, totally, 100%. I get what you're saying. Me personally, I would, if I if I think it's worth it, do it whenever. Do you know what I mean? As long as you know what I mean. As long as you're both on some kind of level and you want to, you know, you got these dreams and aspirations of being together, blah blah blah. Just jump in. It doesn't matter, right? You should be all right with that. Trust issues. Anyway, let's move on. Trust issues. Distrust, whether stemming from past betrayals or insecurities, they can erode their foundation of a relationship. Yeah, this is a key one, isn't it? Because you're always getting a, you know, when you meet somebody new, and you know what, right? When you leave somebody, you leave a last relationship, whether it was years or decades. You need to have some kind of fixing, right? You need to have some fixing. This is what I believe. Yeah, you need to have some kind of fixing of yourself to be ready for this next relationship. You understand? And a lot of people coming into relationships without dealing with that, and then bringing, this is where all that distrust comes from, maybe their past relationship, and bring it onto this relationship. What do you guys think about that?
Nah, it's real, because I've been, what's the word? I've been beat with that stick before. You get it, like where, like it's like what you said. They in their past relationships, their exes cheated on them or rare tear, and it's like it's hard for them to. In my eyes, it's hard for them to give you like a equal like opportunity, because they're always taking you with what happened in their where, oh, I've been cheated on before, so I know what you men are like and shit like that. And it's like from the start, you're thinking to yourself, oh, this is kind of from the start, because you're trying to prove yourself. Like, I'm not like that. Then they've been scarred so uncomfortable. It's like they're not giving you a fair shot, like a fair crack, a fair crack at the whip.
I gotta admit, you're cutting out there a little bit, old chap. I can't hear you too much. You keep cutting out there.
You hear me properly now?
Go on.
Yeah. So, what did you hear? Did you hear what I said?
No, run that back.
Well, like I said, it's happened to me before. Obviously, where a woman, like their past partners cheated on them. So it's like, no matter what you do, they're basically gonna paint you in that same light as their ex, innit? So no matter what you do, you're not on a even playing ground, because they're just looking at you straight away like, I know what you men are like. I know what you men do. And you're thinking to yourself, why? Is this even gonna work, innit? Because straight off from the get go, you're just hating me as some bad guy, innit? This cheater, this what's the word they love to use? Narcissist and all this shit like that for.
Nasty sis. What do you think about that, Artie?
Yeah, I think it's tough. I think when you come into any sort of relationship, and if that person that you're with has had one, maybe even say like a couple of relationships, which has been with someone a little bit like Johnny said, that maybe were physically violent towards them or exploited them, you know, financially, to a certain extent. So when you sort of meet that person, then you sometimes, which through no fault of your own, you got to take on some of the baggage that person has in terms of her experience with past sort of relationships, and then her reluctance to trust you or me, you know what I mean, or kind of whoever, because of what's happened in those previous relationships.
But do we? That's the thing, though. Sorry, mate. Do we?
Yeah,
do
cool.
we have to take it on? Do we have to take that on? Actually?
I mean, arguably not, but it's there with them, innit? So either we try to work with them and make her gain our trust, or no, you don't have to, innit? You can just turn around and say, look, that's too much for me. You know what I mean? I'm not interested in that sort of thing, in trying to gain your trust sort of thing after a certain period of time. But it is difficult.
You got to gain their trust anyway, right? You got to gain their trust anyway. Everybody's a stranger until you meet that person and blah, blah, blah. You got to gain their trust anyway. To me, this is some extracurricular stuff. This is some extra stuff that one should have got dealt with before, so you're ready, right? Innit? Listen, when you go and play football, right? Just an analogy, yeah. When you go and play football, yeah, you're not just gonna go out like how you are now, innit? You're gonna hit the gym a little bit, yeah. You're gonna train up a little bit. You're gonna do a bit of running, just so you know you got some kind of match fitness, right?
Yeah, so you build up to it.
So the game is dating game, yeah. The dating game is you need to be match fit for the dating game. Listen, you got a choice, right? You got a choice of dealing with somebody, right? You meet somebody. This is a question for both of you guys. You got a choice of dealing with somebody who's got issues, or they've dealt with their issues and they're ready to move to the next level. Who are you gonna choose?
The one with no issues, the one that's dealt with the issues already.
Artie?
In an ideal world, yeah. In an ideal world, that is.
Totally, it's in an ideal world, but still, who are you going to choose?
Yeah. No baggage.
100%. All right.
No baggage, but, you know.
Go on.
No, like you said, that's like in my ideal world, that's it. But yeah, totally what you said earlier on, it's your choice. And if you meet someone and they've got a lot of stuff going on, if you want to take that on, entertain it, maybe that's the wrong word, but sort of be with them, trying to work kind of with them, then that's on you as an individual. But I totally understand people that if they meet someone and they like them, but they think, no, this person's got too much going on, then no, you know, I mean, exactly, you don't have to. It's just a personal choice if you want to do that. But arguably, yeah, of course, you'd want to take someone that got a clean slate, you know what I mean?
But listen, yeah, true. But listen, right? Sometimes, yeah, you got to be careful of going into a relationship and it's a project, yeah? Because you don't want a project, do you? We go to work for projects, don't we? Yeah? We don't need projects, do we? Yeah? Not necessarily all the time, because then you turn into this person, wise person, and you know, they look to you for answers. And that's not necessarily that's not what you would want, innit? You didn't want that in the first place. You didn't want to be the oracle, yeah? You didn't come to be the oracle. You come to be in 50-50 in a relationship without all this stress or whatever, and to just move on. Anyway, speaking of moving on, next one, infidelity. Infidelity, key one, cheating. Cheating can lead to broken trust and emotional pain, often causing irreparable damage to the relationship. Right, how are we gonna listen? If you're in a nice relationship, it's the person that you want. Do we need to cheat? Do we cheat?
No, I wouldn't have thought so.
No.
Do we cheat? Or do we, or this is this our, you know, you've heard some talk about, you know, this is in our, we're hunters, we're supposed to hunt. You understand? You've heard that talk. What do you think? Do you think we cheat? Do you think that all right, let's put it this way, yeah. Let's just say, yeah, this is to both of you, yeah. And you got this, you know, you're in a happy relationship, whatever, best, whatever, yeah. But, you know, out at the Christmas party, just happened not long ago, right? The staff Christmas, the work Christmas party, yeah. And you know, the boss is in there, she's getting drunk, you know. And she, you know what, she's all right, you know, she's not bad, she's not that bad, you know. And it's just a one-time thing in the. I'm just laughing at the scenario. It's just a one-time thing in the photocopy room. Do you know what I mean? She just says, "Go on, listen. I ain't gonna say nothing." Yeah, she's gorgeous. You know what I mean? She's fucking gorgeous. Yeah. What are you gonna do? This is
stay loyal, man.
This is an unrealistic situation, yeah. Unrealistic situation. This doesn't go. This isn't your character, yeah. This isn't your character, but it's just an opportunist thing. What are you gonna do? Are you gonna take the opportunity? Let's have a real answer, Johnny.
What? And that's the boss.
That's the boss, yeah. That's the boss, and the boss is saying, "Listen, just don't watch it."
I'll leave it alone still.
Oh, because it's the boss, yeah.
But it's the boss, and I'm a faithful guy. You get
all
it?
right,
So.
all right. Well, you're a faithful guy, but you said the boss first. So what? Okay, it's not the boss then. It's not the boss then, yeah.
Go on, it's not the boss.
It's not the boss. It's a lower level colleague, looking up to you, saying, "Oh, I'd like to get to your level, you know. Can is there anything I can can I do anything for you? Do you know what I'm saying? What are you saying? No? Yes?
Business and pleasure is separate, man.
Fair enough. I take it. Artie?
I'm staying loyal, man. I'm staying loyal.
You sure about that? You sure you got last chance, mate? Last chance there?
You fold under questioning. I'm staying loyal, man.
No, fair enough. Well, anyway, some people would take that opportunity. Let's have a look at what communication work both ways, 100%. Yeah, if the person tells you about their past from day one, you either choose to stay or walk away if you get understanding and learn and work through it. Yeah. If you're not happy, then leave, no matter how it is. What's this one-time thing? Oh yeah. No. You went deep on that, Becky Lou, about one-time thing. No protection. She's pregnant. No, it was just a one-time thing in the office. Everything was safe. No. We was playing the safe way. We weren't playing that way. Cheating is cheating. Yeah, 100%. Cheating is cheating. All right, what about mismatched values? Fundamental differences in beliefs, priorities, or life goals constrain the relationship over time. Yeah, if you meet if you meet some woman, the boss, yeah, like you're dealing with the boss, yeah, the boss, and she's looking to run businesses, and you're just on just stacking shelves levels, isn't it? You just want to stack shelves. I ain't got no time for business, yeah. You think that will work? What about thingy with the differences of financials. She's earning big money, you're earning less. It usually works the other way, though, doesn't it? Men are okay. Men are okay with taking a woman that doesn't earn so much, but it's usually the women. Yeah, Beckley, answer that one. Yeah, it's usually the women that always choose. Nah. It's got to be this kind of 6 figures or whatever. What do you think about that, guys?
I don't mind, man, as long as the person I'm with is happy. If I'm earning a lower salary than her, I personally don't mind. I don't see it as me less. But if it ever got to that situation where you start hearing noise about how much she earns and how much you earn, I think that's when it's divisive. You know, if you're both cool with it, you're cool with it. I don't really mind, man. You know what I mean? But like you said, it was usually the role reversal, wasn't it? But now I'm happy with that. But if she's happy, if it doesn't come to a thing where, say, she's earning 60K and you're earning 25K, and then she starts going to get at you because of your, you know, I mean, your salary and whatever, you can't fuse money together to buy properties and stuff, then it's a problem, you understand? But if they're cool with it, then yeah, I'm cool. I don't really mind, man.
Johnny 5.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter to me who's earning more. From we're in a loving relationship and what's yours is mine and what's mine is yours, then we're carbid. But funny enough, I was watching something the other day about this, and one man, he had asked like random women, like, would you be with a man that earns like certain, and there was one woman, and she said, if a man's earning less than 6 figures a year, she doesn't want to be with him, yeah? And then the man said, do you earn more than that? And the woman's like, no, but if I'm with a man, he has to be able to take care of me and stuff. And the man's like, but how can you say you don't earn more than 6 figures a year, but you wouldn't start dating someone that earns less than that? But to me, I don't mind either way. If you're earning more, I'm earning more, then it's calm, innit? From we got a loving relationship and we're truthful and we love each other and we don't watch each other's pockets, then I'm good with that, innit?
Totally, yeah. Some women, and they know who they are. They need to just fall back with that silly behavior of, I need a man who's getting this much money, and you ain't even got that money yourself. Do you know what I mean? What a stupid. You know what's gonna happen? That woman's gonna get passed out. She's gonna get passed off.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That, I don't know. That guy ain't gonna be hanging around with that. 100%. Anyway, we're gonna jump a few of them. Where we're gonna go on to jealousy. Excessive jealousy and possessiveness can breed insecurity and resentment within a relationship. Yeah, crazy people, you know. I'm sure we all got stories about that, of somebody like that. I remember I had one person that was in my life years ago. And when I did leave that person, they try all contact my family and shit. You understand? Talking about contact me and all that shit. You understand? That person was always into this possessiveness and jealousy stuff. I remember I got the train one time. Jump on the train. You know what I mean? Come out the other side of the train. I got about 8 messages. Wait, why is your phone not ringing? Why blah blah? You understand? I said, shit, I'm on the train. What's wrong? So yeah, no, I had to kick out that straight away. You know, that's a straight kicked out, mate. What about you guys? Anything like that? Craziness like that?
I got one still. I'd like to bring it up that time, not allowed to look for my phone.
Sorry. Start that again, old chap.
Yeah, not allowed to look through my phone. That them type of things there, and it like causes a rift because they're saying, "Oh, you could look through my phone." I was like, "I don't want to look through your phone," innit? But they're like, "Well, let me look through your phone." I'm like, "No, there's nothing in my phone that you need to see in it." And then they start turning all mad and shit. Oh, you must have something to hide. You must have next girl in your phone and all that. Like, I see me. I'm a very ignorant person. So if you think that, then I'm someone like, all right, think that. Innit? If I'm here with you and I'm loyal to you and stuff, and you think I got other women in my phone, think what you want to think, innit? But you're not looking through my phone. Oh, you must have something to hide. Well, think that, innit? You think, get me? I don't want to look through your phone. You can tell me your passcode. You can give me your phone. You can, you get me? I don't want to look through your phone, so you're not looking. Get me? Like I said before, my phone that's like my wallet. That's like my ID. That's like, you don't need to see it, innit? It's mine, innit?
Fair enough. Yep. Exactly. Yeah. I mean, look, your phone nowadays, yeah, your phone is like a computer, isn't it? So that's like giving someone your computer and saying, have a butcher's, yeah? There's some things you don't want them to see. Some things they can take the wrong way. Especially if there's some fucking crazy fucking stalker type. They'll definitely take the wrong way. What about you, Artie? Anything to add on that?
No, not really much, but very similar in terms of the phone thing. I've had that before, and like they'll say, oh, you know, you can go through my phone as well. So I don't want to go through your phone. My phone's personal to me. I don't have anything to hide, but I just don't want you going through it. And I've had that discussion, you know what I mean, with my partner before. Honestly, there's nothing to hide, but just like you said, you've got so much stuff on there, and you just don't want people going through your stuff. Doesn't matter if it's your partner or sort of anybody else. And if they're looking to go through your phone anyway, then, I mean, like you said, innit, you've got to question that yourself and maybe draw a line in the sand under that one, mate, because, yeah, that's it, really, not too much. I mean, apart from that. I mean, maybe there was jealousy, but, you know what I mean, I didn't see it come across to me as that, but there may have been in the past. Yeah.
What about fat? All right, fair enough. Let's move it on. What's said? Family interference.
I think that's a key one, yeah.
External pressures from family members can contribute to conflicts and create tension between partners, yeah? What about, I know, what about you, Johnny? You got any any family interference before in your relationships?
Yeah, because obviously my family is not into the what do you call it? Is it into the interracial relationship? So if like I go for the Caucasian like women more times, so obviously they've been on them ones where they basically try and sway and be like, yo, like we got some nice sisters, like why do you have to go for like why do you have to go for that, like why do you have to go down that road, and then it all gets all messy in it. So yeah, that's why I never really introduced women to my family, because they're very, what's the word, prejudiced. So I just keep them separate in it. So yeah, I say to my family, you got me, you know me, if you need me for anything. But they always say to me, oh, and you got no special girl in your life. I was like, why? There is still, but I don't think like I'm ready to show them to you yet. But really, and
fried rice. That's why.
Yeah. really and really and truly, I think they know what it is anyway. But yeah, that interference thing, I'm not into it, because I'm not gonna judge them for what they do. Their sexual, if that well, that's kind of a lie. I was about to say their sexual orientation. But that's a lie still. But with the race thing, I'm not gonna judge them on it. Get me? But it's like they judge. Like I've seen them judge other family members, and they've done it to me before. So it's like, yeah, I just keep it separate still, man.
No, fair enough. Naughty behavior. Do you know what I mean? It's naughty behavior, no matter who's saying it. What about you, Artie? Anything?
In terms of my family,
your family, your partner's family, whoever, any kind of static family interference.
Yeah, maybe a little bit of static with other people some people in my partner's family, possibly. My not immediate family from my side, but like I said before, cousins and stuff, they they don't have no part of sort of mixed relationships. But they're sort of irrelevant to me anyway. But in terms of my mate, sort of my close family, they've all been pretty cool with it. And I never feel, because we've been together a good 15 years now, so I don't think, I know that they've never, you know what I mean, tried to put a wedge in between me and my partner, or plant a seed of doubt in my head that, oh, your partner's not good enough for you. You know what I mean? So no, touch wood, they've been pretty cool with me, you know what I mean? Kind of, which is a blessing. And kind of anybody that is not cool with that, I wouldn't want to have anything to do with anyway. So no, sort of fortunately for me, I've not had that too much.
So yeah, look, even there was some stuff saying, Becky said some stuff on there. She used to get some stuff from our old man. But you know what, right? You the stuff that you heard, they never said it to them, did they? Would Johnny? They never said it to your partner, did they? If they met them back in the past. And what about you,
No.
Becky? They didn't say nothing to him, did they? Go on, Johnny.
Nah, they wouldn't say it directly. But you could see with certain actions and certain things they would do, you could just see, like, and then it would be me thinking, why would you do that or say that? But they wouldn't directly say to them, like, I don't like you being with me in it. But there's just little things they would do, and I just frown. I just frown upon it and be like, why do that for? But it's just instilled in them, innit? I don't think they're ever gonna change from their way of thinking, innit? So it's sad still, but that's just who they are.
Yeah. Some silly people, and even some self-hating behavior. Because I know some people say, to somebody will say, "Oh, you're dating a black person. Why are you doing that?" And they're black themselves. You understand? They're black themselves, and they're saying shit like that. What kind of bullshit is that? Isn't it? What kind of person would say something stupid like that?
It's crazy. Absolutely.
Some self-hating stuff. That always is. That's a sickness itself, right? Some self-hating. That's some what they call that, conditioning behavior that they've had, and maybe they didn't see what they were. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, totally.
I'm gonna go two more because we're eating into the time. What is it? What do we say? Inability to resolve differences. If couples struggle to find solutions to disagreements, persistent conflicts can harm the relationship. This is a key one. Now, what do you think, guys? You have to be able to resolve things. Also, pick your battles and know when to shut the fuck up. What do you think?
I think you got some good points there. I think there's a time when you just have to sort of chill and be quiet, and there's times you have to address certain situations that have been on for a while, and hopefully if you do address them and you sit down and sort of you can get over them and move on, you know what I mean? But if you don't address them, it's the same thing. But yeah, you do have to pick your battles as well and know when enough's enough, you know what I mean? Which some people don't, but you have to know that. But yeah, if you do try to kind of address your problems, hopefully you can get that remedy for them, you know? Otherwise, you just, I mean, like we said earlier, innit? Can't just leave that in it. You have to just try to address it.
100. What about you, Johnny? Anything on that? Inability to resolve differences?
I've been in situations before where there's been like things, and it's like you know them one there where you think is resolved, but it hasn't fully been resolved, and then later on it will get brought up, and then you'll be like, "Why are you bringing this up for now?" But it's because what we're talking about, it never fully got like dealt with. It never fully got resolved, didn't it? So it's just for your relationship to work. I believe then and there you have to try and resolve the situation or the difference, whatever it is, because if you just try and push it to the back, or you just try and just go on and just leave it, more times out of 10, it's just gonna get brought back up, and it could cause for a rift, or maybe you could end up breaking up with the person because of a difference that didn't get sorted out, man.
100. Everything has to get sorted. No lay-laying. And also, when you're sorting things out, when you're trying to sort things out, let's deal with one thing at a time. Not always, you know. Some people get the when you want to address something, they're like, "Oh yeah, but what about what you done last week?" and all all that fucking bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
All that bullshit.
Put that in the past.
Just leave that. You know, you should have dealt with that on your own last week or whatever. You know, you could have came up to me and told me about that. You know, I'm open and honest, and we could have had a nice conversation about it. No need to, no need to pile it on. You know what I mean? All right, last one. Loss of attraction. Diminishing physical or emotional attraction can contribute to dissatisfaction and a decline in the relationship's quality. Key one, right? You gotta always, you know. What do you think? You meet the woman. She looks like she looks like you know, she looks like Naomi Campbell. That's the first thing that came to my mind. You met her. She looks like Naomi Campbell. 10, 15 years later, she's looking like fucking
Sonia.
She's looking like Freddie Jackson or something. I don't know, right? But is that a good grounds to say, hey, listen, come on, this is not what I didn't sign up for this, and you got to keep it going. What do you guys think of that? The attraction thing, is the attraction? I mean, that's just a physical. It could be another kind of attraction, 100%, which will depends on who that person is. Will last much longer, depending. You know, you can get a person who likes to look after their physical. Big up Althea. Happy New Year.
Big up.
You can get somebody else who will do that. What do you guys think of that? The old attraction.
No physical attraction.
The old loss of attraction. Sorry, the loss of attraction. Fatal attraction. That's another thing. Fatal attraction.
Yeah.
Loss of attraction. Exactly. Loss of attraction. What do you think?
Yeah, it's relevant, isn't it? It's relevant, I suppose. Like you said, if you went with someone and after time, whatever, weeks, months, years, I don't know how long, and they've diminished in terms of how they look, or that attraction isn't there anymore, then that is very important as well, isn't it? If that ain't there anymore, I think it must be quite difficult to persevere in any form of relationship if there's not a physical attraction or nothing there anymore, not even a little something, you know what I mean? I think it's really important. If that's gone, I think, then you're literally just going through the motions, you know what I mean? Which I'm sure many people do, to be fair. But like I said, yeah, that is important, really. Might not see it, you say, oh, well, you know, if I married you there, or I met you this time, then whatever they say in sort of in sickness and in health and kind of whatever. But I don't believe that. I think if you was with someone then and they slowly deteriorated, and if the same happened and you was whatever deteriorating, I think they're within their rights to not necessarily point it out in a certain way, but, you know, to kind of let you know in a roundabout way that, you know, this isn't what I signed up for.
Yeah, so you'd be like, I want my money back. Just a joke. What you got anything to say about that, old Johnny?
To me, it's a big, the whole physical, all that attraction is a big part to me, man, because I'm more subtle. Like, all right, you said you've met someone, they're like Naomi Campbell, if they put on a bit of timber. I'm subtle in it, so I'm more like, oh, have you ever thought of going to the gym or anything? Like, because I'm looking at it like, why? Like, if this starts getting out of hand, this could go left, innit? So I'm more on that. Or why don't you try doing like go jogging? Or I'm more subtle because once the physical, because I'm sober now, innit? I don't hardly drink and I don't smoke no more. So maybe when I was like all clouded and all that, it wouldn't matter, but I'd kind of frost out my brain and just get me. But now when I'm sober now, it's like I'm taking more things and I'm looking at more things and I'm noticing more things now, and I'm like thinking, boy, like I think you should like go gym or something, or get me, or but yeah, once the physical thing goes, it's hard for me to wanna like have sex regular with someone, man. It's a hard thing, man.
Understandable. It's for me, it's like a key part of the relationship. About 75%, to be honest. But you know, that's just me. But I mean, also the other things are important. I mean, listen, you wanna. It can't just be a physical thing, because that's just boring. You know, it's got to be everything, high levels. You know what I'm saying?
Total package.
Total package, man. The total package. What does it say? I'm attracted to my man's soul. I knew from the first time I met him, he was always going to be in my life. Perfect. That sounds lovely, doesn't it?
Yeah.
That sounds lovely. Wish it all could be like that. Boom. Anyway, we're done with that one. Are we going to go into your one, old chap?
Can do still.
Let's do it, man. Why not? Let's do it. We've got time still, even though we're going over, but it don't matter. Let's just go. It's New Year's. It's the first New Year. It's not the first New Year. It's the first day of the New Year. So let's go. Jump in, old chap.
Let's ride, man. I'm going to talk a bit about autism and then a little bit about ADHD. So autism in the UK, it's blown up over the past 20 or 30 years. I'm just trying to look at why it's blown up so much. Kind of, the reasons for it, how easy it is to get your symptoms diagnosed on the NHS. I've got a brother, half brother. He's up in Scotland at the moment, and he's autistic. He's struggled to be diagnosed for years. So it was interesting what Becky Lou was saying just in the chat earlier on. Hopefully she doesn't have to wait too long. But currently in the UK, we have 700,000 autistic children and adults. 1 in every 100 children are autistic. There's 5 major types of autism, which I didn't really know. There's Asperger's syndrome, there's a Rett syndrome, I'll try to say this one properly, guys, a childhood disintegrative disorder, Kenner syndrome, and a persuasive development syndrome as well.
Are you going to go into? Sorry, sir. Are you going to go into each one of them so we can?
No.
Okay, go
on. No. Just kind of looking at why it's on the rise. Apparently, according to scientific research, it's basically they're saying it's a genetic disorder. 80% of it is genetic. So generally, if your father or your mother had something like this, then you might sadly follow on and have autism. But I kind of want to look at why there's so many people that still haven't been diagnosed, and it'd be interesting to see how sort of Becky's getting on with that, because currently at the moment there's, I think, up to 1.9 million people that are probably undiagnosed with autism in the UK now. So that's a real problem as it is now. But I think a positive thing, I don't know what you guys think, but as we were growing up now, like I was saying a bit earlier on, I feel that it's more out there now, so people can get help, although sadly with the NHS, there is huge waiting list for everything, sadly. So people are waiting a hell of a long time for it. But that's kind of a positive thing. I was also looking at like autism in prisons. They were saying up to possibly 1 in every 5 prisoners in the UK is autistic. And there's no screening for autism at all in prison in the UK now. There's a kind of, even there's not really a screening for it as such in general, but you have sort of development screenings and stuff like that. But I don't know if you guys, obviously, it's hard to recognise kind of the symptoms, but it's like they say they avoid eye contact, they react different to touch, they don't smile a lot, sort of when you smile at them, kind of stuff like that. So when you guys did you ever have?
Man, that's anybody fucking in behind the door. I lie, Johnny. That's anybody avoiding contact, eye contact. They don't want. They don't want them to be touched. Shit, that's anybody, right?
Wow, you say See that? I mean, and that's the real issue then. It was a similar thing, I mean, when they were talking about who was dyslexic kind of in prison as well. There's a lack of any real screening. There's a lack of any help. Because, I mean, what they were saying in the penal system is that they sort of mainly focus on other prisoners with sort of, you know, like schizophrenia and stuff like that. So they're more focused on that than sort of diagnosing. But I think it's a bit shocking that they don't have a screening for it in prison. And just in general, it seems the process of getting diagnosed for it is really kind of long-winded, like with everything else. Again, going back to the positives, it's more out there now. So back when we was younger, I think there was a stigma around sort of mental health and stuff like that. So that's changed, and I think sort of progressed over time. You know what I mean, teacher? Remember when we was kids growing up, you would see people around the area, and there was, you know, in that sort of term, he's a madman or he's a lunatic. You know what I mean? You'd have these sort of mad terminologies for people. And who knows what they had wrong with them. Obviously, you know, I mean, they had a variety of things kind of wrong with them, and there was all different guys there. But I never heard about sort of these things, sort of autism now and stuff. And maybe with things like, I don't know, social media coming through as well, and media highlighting mental health kind of more often, leads people to be sort of less sort of judgmental about it. You know what I mean? I think maybe I feel like I come from a generation where people are judgmental now anyway, you know what I mean, guys? But when we were growing up, people were really judgmental in terms of if there was someone that might have been a bit different or whatever, he'd just be labelled, you know what I mean? And just the madman, and that's it. Whereas now sort of people can understand a little bit more, and maybe know, hold on a minute, he might have something else kind of wrong with him that can be dealt with. But no, that's what I'm just, you know, I mean, because if there's 1.9 million people that are still not diagnosed, that's a hell of a lot of people. But it'd be interesting to see what Becky said in terms of her sort of waiting, because it's 1 in every 100 children are autistic.
What Becky was saying? What did she say? Her big sister didn't get diagnosed till she was 50, and she only got diagnosed when her grandson did. She got classed. They just classed him as naughty. It's a massive spectrum. She didn't get diagnosed with dyslexia till she was 29.
So it's this late diagnosis, and that's what I'm saying. My brother, my half brother, what is he now? 23, 24 now, and I'm sure he's still not diagnosed. And it's clear, and I mean, he didn't have the best upbringing. That's clear. You know what I mean? But that's clear and present from a long time, and maybe his upbringing certainly is a hand in what issues he has. But in terms of the autism, that's been clear there for ages. You know what I mean? And he's struggling to get this diagnosis now, and he's sort of 24. And I don't understand it. Why, if they know all of the symptoms now, how can people still kind of be struggling? Or maybe it was just our generation back then, and like you said, people were labelled naughty or stupid or, you know what I mean, dumb or thick, you know what I mean, but not looking at the, you know, I mean, actual kind of bigger picture, which now they seem to be doing, but still people are still waiting a long time to sort of get hold of that. So hopefully, you know, I mean, people like Becky can get some like a proper diagnosis soon and actually get into the system. Because I think kind of the longer people wait and don't get treated properly, then obviously their problems can increase a bit more. So hopefully she can get some help there. What was the other stuff they're talking about? Apparently, it's a bit of a weird one, but France has the lowest rate of autism in the world, and Qatar has the highest rate of autism in the world. I mean, not that it really matters if you're, you know what I mean, who has the sort of kind of statistically who has the most, but that was a bit of a strange one there. And there's been a lot of theories sort of thrown out, like even what Becky was saying about why people are autistic and certain reasons. But what people do, sadly, I think they put kind of things like autism and ADHD in the same category. And they're two totally separate things, you know. I think ADHD is a little bit different, and it stems from a lot of stuff in terms of us as parents. We can do stuff to combat that in our, you know, I mean, in our children and stuff. where it sounds like the autism is just, you know, I mean, a proper medical condition, and the ADHD is a condition of such, but that comes with doing stuff like whatever, you know, kind of lack of exercise, eating out too often, too much junk food, you know what I mean, and kind of sitting on devices all day. So I think that's what a lot of people do. They're trying to sort of put them all into one big lump, but you have to differentiate and say, like, obviously, autism is that, and that's that, you know what I mean? And even like I said, even over here, we've got 2.6 million people in the UK have this ADHD now. But that's a broad kind of spectrum as well, because who has that and who doesn't, I don't know. I have my own sort of theories and beliefs upon that anyway. Like I said, I think we could do a lot more to bring that down. But that comes to a bit of parental kind of responsibility. But yeah, no, that's really it on that one. Just wanted to kind of talk a bit about it, and if anyone out there has any sort of, I mean, apart from Becky, but just sort of how they get into the system, how they're working into the system, how long they've been trying to struggle to get a diagnosis. And hopefully we can get sort of more people kind of diagnosed with what's really wrong with them. Because it sounds like you've got nearly 2 million people there who are just waiting to be diagnosed. So hopefully they get that kind of sorted out soon. But it'd be interesting in sort of future chats if Becky can just check in and let us know how, you know, I mean, how it all goes for her in terms of that, and how long she's been waiting for. Because I think that's kind of, you know, I mean, a bigger problem. But yeah, no, that's what I just wanted to touch on that one. Really, it's kind of a quick one, but it was interesting because it's a little bit personal to me. And I know how difficult it is because obviously my brother's up in Scotland and I'm down in London, so we're sort of 400 miles away. So there's only limited stuff kind of we can do with him and stuff like that. And I know he's been struggling to get this diagnosis. So yeah, if anybody else has any sort of ways that they've tried to get into the system and get kind of a diagnosis for that, then kind of let us know, because hopefully there should be a process speeded up with that. But yeah, I think that's just a general kind of condition, this sort of autism, and yeah, the ADHD. I just think it's there, and they say it's what do they call it? Attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. So yeah, I just put that down to having too much tablet time, mate. But no, yeah, that's really it on that one, guys. I don't want to keep you too long on that one. But yeah, hopefully Becky does get herself sorted out soon.
Yeah. She will, Becky. Thank you, and she will for sure. It's 2-year waiting list minimum, unless you go private. She said.
Wow, 2 years. There you go.
Yeah, chaos. Upbringing was chaos. Yeah, good stuff. Listen, can we make sure we like and subscribe, please, peoples? Yeah, like and subscribe, please. Yeah, it helps to get us out there.
Definitely
so
like and subscribe,
guys.
Subscribe, come on,
please. Go on, old chap.
No, that's it, really. Like I was saying, no, and that thing there is.
Else?
No, I wasn't going to go into something else. I was just going to say like and subscribe, and yeah, thanks for the info, Becky. There, I think 2 years is quite poor, really. Hopefully that can be slashed sooner than later, because it's the last thing you want to be doing. So hopefully, yeah, that waiting list comes down a lot. But no, I'm cool.
All right. AOB, Johnny, what's been going on? What we miss? What we miss? What's been going on? Sports, all that stuff.
There was some football over the Christmas period.
Was there any good matches?
Who did we have? We had Arsenal lose to West Ham, Arsenal lose to Fulham.
There's a growing theme there.
You had Nottingham Forest. They had a good win against Man United on Saturday. That was a good match.
Yeah, see that 2-1.
What else is there? I wouldn't really say there was any. There was goals. There was a lot of goals on Saturday. But was there any? I wouldn't say there was any. In the darts, there was some good matches.
I've seen little bits and pieces, a couple of bits on the old darts.
That little 16-year-old, he's through to the semi-final tomorrow.
Oh yeah, that young man.
Yeah, what's his name? Littler or Little, whatever
Looks
his name.
about 36, mate. Luke Hitler, no, joking. But yeah, he's 16, looking about 30, mate.
Yeah, he's through to the semi-final. Was it Liverpool beat Newcastle? Was it 4-1 just now?
Look. Even Beckett, sorry. Even Beckett said the same thing. That 16-year-old don't even look 16. He's about 35. So, and he's got special needs. They're not saying that in the back because he's got special abilities. You know what I mean?
Maybe he's on the spectrum. I don't know.
Spectrum.
Not right. No.
I think I'm on 45, but yeah, no, she's right.
Go on, sorry, old chap. Go on.
That.
Who else was there? Was there any? That was it, really, wasn't it? Darts. Did we have any boxing this weekend? I didn't see any boxing.
Nah, the boxing was last weekend, innit? When Joshua and
yeah, that was all last weekend. Still, you've had one again.
I think over the Christmas period, they ain't really. There's like really football, yeah, but other sports kind of take a little break, innit? So
yeah, it's just really football and a bit. That's it, really, football. You get the darts over the sort of Christmas period.
You lot did play Rangers, innit?
We did.
You're cutting out, old chap. You're cutting out a little bit, old chap.
In there 2-1.
Bit choppy over there, old Are you in Scotland now? Are you sounding a bit choppy over there, sir? No, still same old old chap. What you saying?
Hello. Hello.
Sounding like the robot. Anyway, go on, Johnny. What was you saying anyway?
Yeah, no. Celtic did beat Rangers 2-1. Rangers had a man sent off. They've ended it.
Where was that? Was that Celtic Park? Was it?
Yeah, Rangers wasn't allowed no fans, innit?
That's true.
That was 2-1. So Celtic have gone. I think Celtic have gone like 8 points clear. But Rangers got 2 games in hand, so that could come close again if Rangers win their 2 games in hand. You've got, obviously, like I said, Arsenal, innit? I don't know what's going on, man. Players are arguing on the pitch. My man ain't bringing on Smith Rowe, starting with Eddie up front. It's all gone wrong, teacher. I don't know what's going on.
It is what it is, man. It is what it is. Anything else interesting? Any other shocking results? Usually you get some strange results at round about Christmas, innit? Yeah, Nottingham Forest, they're doing all right, aren't they?
Yeah, against Man United, that 2-1.
He's had 2 wins in a row, isn't he?
Nuno.
Nuno.
I think he lost his first one. I think that was his second game, that one.
Is it?
He lost his first one and then he won his second game at home.
Nice.
I think Luton lost 3-2 to Chelsea. Who else? I know Liverpool look like they're gonna win the title. Man City won a couple games now. So they're like 3 points off the top or something with a game in hand or something. Villa or what? Villa or third. They won 3-2 or something again. Sheffield United or one of them teams. So yeah, they're doing all right.
Mm-hmm.
That's it, really.
All right, then fair enough then. It is what it is. Well, nice one, guys. Thank you. Yeah, listen, can we get the likes, please, up, yeah? Because I'm only seeing 1 like, and I know who done that like, yeah? So can we get some likes on there, please, yeah? Chop, yeah? Anyway, New Year's. Have a nice New Year's. Don't forget to get out there, do some shopping, get the old bargains in. You know what I mean? Get the old bargains in, and blessings, guys. Big up Becky Lou, Althea, all the old crew.
Yeah, big up, big up.
Yeah, thank you for your input. Yeah, and can we get some likes there? Thank you very much. I see it. All right. We'll be back on Sunday. Yeah. We'll be back on Sunday, guys. Yeah. Back
100%, guys.
And have a nice one, and have a nice week and half week. Yeah.
Short week. Yeah.
Short week. Have a nice one, and see you on the other side.
See you later, guys.
Bless up.
Take care. Bless up, guys.